getting us some money, because the way we're gonna be successful is we ain't gonna borrow money till we're making money. You know what I mean? Don't borrow money for assets that ain't gonna make money. Cause that's a mistake I made before. Be borrowing money for assets that weren't being used. So full time for production. So therefore, you got like two wheel loaders or one wheel loader trying to pay for 5 pieces of equipment. So, anyways, we're gonna go get ready to do this. It's gonna be a long day. Apex will probably be on later. We are hiring. going on, everybody? We're back. The AFK miner was very productive. How much money did he make? Not that much, really. 20 grand. How low did he go? Wow. I wonder if I can climb my way out of this. It's not jagged enough. That's badass, dude. Alright. I was hoping he'd make like 100 grand while I was out getting stuff. I'll be honest. Maybe he quit digging though. Whoa. Is there like a meter thing to tell you how deep you are? I think I need the GPS tracker that I can buy from the store. That's cool. Alright. Now to business. Doing some forest management. These grow back. It's like getting XP and money for walking, technically. It's wild too that like it's wild how people that work for the railroad and mining and oil and gas and construction and paving are getting left behind because of the fucking crybabies wanting more and more and more. Railroad workers I did not mention. So yeah, right now we're just prospecting. We're earning a little bit of cash while we ain't got the bank taking our money. Uh, the AFK miner made us 30 grand, 40 grand. The trees are worth way more though. That's wild. Um, what's one log worth? 21 bucks. And then one chunk of coal's worth 14, and one unit of dirt, one chunk of dirt's worth $1. I don't know how much the other stuff's worth yet. I haven't figured out the value right now. We're just prospecting, um, earning that XP because we're gonna do this as far as like we're not gonna borrow money until we're in a position of like, okay, we've got something making us money. We need a fucking $2.5 million haul truck. Let's borrow the money, you know what I mean? Because that's how much the earth movers cost. We have unlocked that stuff barely. We're starting to unlock all the earth mover stuff. So it's like if we start out smart and do a few things in the beginning, we'll be like rocking into a good time, you know what I mean? Having fun, making lots of progress in our time. That's the thing in this game, like me and Apex, I spent 14, 15 hours altogether. Apex was on there for probably 8 hours. So there you got like 20 man hours at the least of effort, and all we did was dig one hole. So yeah, 100 trees. This should be $1,020 unless the price varies. Or I'm at 2,000. I guess the price does vary just a little bit. So that's cool. I'm just trying to find the place that's going to have the best scenery and then also is going to be the easiest to mine. And honestly, this little bowl right here looks pretty good. It's going to have a nice view. And then we're not too far. That's the thing, you don't want to be too close to the power plant, but you don't want to be too far away either when you start out. That's the key. We're going to clear cut this area real quick while it's dark out. Apex will be on tonight. Arma servers are down. Apex, we were playing Arma last night, and then it was like the game updated and all the servers went down. So we played a little of this, played a little squad, and then I was like, alright, I'm gonna have to start a new stream because my shit's all titled and screenshotted for Arma, and that ain't cool. And a lot of people were looking for the Arma streams because nobody was streaming it because the game is fucking down. So people kept jumping in, and it was like, yeah, I don't want to be that guy. So anyways, we stopped and started this, and then we started off fresh earlier. But I really wasn't thinking, and I borrowed $2.5 million, and I started digging in a hard rock mountain, and I set everything up for coal, and I was like, dude, the fucking coal seam's gonna be probably 100 feet down, and the wheel loader didn't want to dig into the fucking rock, and so anyways, we got a plan now. We got a plan. We are hiring. If you want to join the server, you're cool, calm, copacetic, and want to, work on the common goal of having fun and moving Earth. That's what we're doing, Earth moving. We will go underground, but underground is very, very, very expensive. It also is the most effective, but we don't have geologists to tell us like core samples and where. I might have to watch a YouTube video on core samples. So far we haven't watched any tutorials, some of the shit that I couldn't figure out that we did figure out, the viewers got into chat and were like, "Hey, dumbass, this is how you do it, jackass. You're fucking funny," kind of stuff like that. Nah. But yeah, luckily they jumped in and helped me out with some of the trials. So far, we've made about $50,000 just doing this, because it was $20,000 to buy all the stuff, and now we've been digging and cutting some wood, and we made 50 grand. Oh, excuse me. We just want to get the money to get the good wheel loader outright. I mean, we might start out with the cheap wheel loader, but I wouldn't recommend it. The other one will do twice as much of the work. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna get, yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. Get the money to buy the wheel loader outright. We already almost have it. It's a foggy morning here in the Powder River Basin of OUTOFORE. It's wherever we are. It's kind of reminds me of like a Montana, Wyoming map. Yeah, the one that we want is this one, right? Oh, finally. Yeah, it's 228. Excuse me. I have been waiting for that for like 7 days. Sweet. Big Forest, yes it is. Devin, what's going on, buddy? Welcome back. ARM is still down. I guess they're playing the modded servers are playing in vanilla with their modded map because it's the only thing that they can get to work right now. That's wild. So yeah, we're clear cutting these trees. We're gonna put in a mine. We're gonna start mining in here. This little bowl. You can't see all the mountains right now because it's foggy. How's your day going, Devin? How's things on the East Coast? Cause yeah, once we get some production going, then we can go underground, you know what I mean? The underground shit's not cheap. And it's going to be a lot of manual labor, so we might have to wait till we get a couple people in here. Apex is trusted. So far nobody else has asked to join. There was one guy watching this stream the other day that was playing the game while he was watching, because he said, he's like, "Oh, I burned half a tank of fuel while watching your stream in my excavator." And I should have asked him, been like, "Man, if you ever do multiplayer, like, I'll buy an excavator, because I'm not an excavator operator. The only one I think I'm going to be remotely good at is the backhoe style." And that's good, Devin. I'm glad you've been good. It's always good to see you. You and Michael Johnson, Apex, Dally Lord. Some of the other people that hang out, I can't remember their damn users off the top. Lee Calder, he usually stops in the morning. Yeah, that's what you were saying earlier. But that's the one where you get to like manage the company as far as all your, Or am I wrong? Because I remember seeing one that was, when is it June? Is the set release date for ATS console? And I'm sorry I haven't been playing American Truck Simulator lately, dude. Oh, excuse me. Sorry if you heard me chugging on that coffee. I was making a little throw it sounds. Yeah, I'm sorry I haven't been playing American Truck Sim. We started taking a break mainly because we got burned out. It just had another update that broke some of my mods. We're going to have to sell the truck. We're going to have to go back in game version, sell the fucking hater build. We just bought it back, dude. I don't even think it has 5,000 miles on it since we got it back. So it's like, god damn it. And we just did that big change up as far as got rid of the Wyoming shop, moved it to Redding, California, because all the logging around Redding, Medford, Newport, all that. And then so yeah, they updated it and it added to like the garages. I know the garages are all tuned up as far as there's like more just to look at while you're there pretty much. And then I didn't read the other fixes. Oh yeah, they updated Route 66. They added to Route 66, and then the something about Louisiana. They did a little bit of fixing up on Louisiana. But anyways, I'm gonna pick up that's cool, up to 9 people. I don't think there's a limit on ATS on how many, like, it kind of limits you. Yes, there would be a limit technically, because you can only buy and upgrade so many garages, because there's only so many to buy. That might be our goal. I don't think my PC would last that long. Like, my shit would probably melt down before it got to that point. But yeah, you can only buy so many garages and stuff. My issue with ATS is the graphics and the lighting are all fucked up. And then I did some reading about like, how do I fix it, or did I fuck it up? Changing my shader for some of the mods, and it's like apparently like 1.47 or something, they changed the entire lighting system, and a lot of people were like, this is fucking shit, and actually quit playing the game over it. And I was just like, oh well, okay, makes sense. Alright, I think we have a good start here as far as a nice clear cut. There's a few more trees in the way on this hill. I wonder how much money we've made. Then I need to take a core sample. I don't know how else to do that than by hand. I know they have the drills, but those things were like pretty fucking fancy, and something I wasn't familiar with. The type of drill. Dude, I got my old man pizza, and I just heard him microwave a taquito or a pot pie. If he put that shit, I don't know what's up with that shit, dude. He likes that microwaved. Anything out of the fucking microwave. He'll let fresh food go fucking cold and then sit in the microwave, and he'll microwave it. Like, I just don't get that. I didn't buy myself no fucking pizza because I bought myself a frappuccino. That's what they call these, the Starbucks. Yeah, I drink the double shots, but the right now the oh wait, hang on a second. We need to set the SOS position to there. Right now I'm taking a core sample. Oh, autosave, that'll make it to where I can't dig, so we'll go in and sell our wood. That's what she said. So far, a lot of dirt. I like dirt. Yeah, and that's kind of the other thing too, is I expect those DLCs to come out before the console version, so I'm kind of like taking just a little bit of a break almost too, because I feel like when the updates drop, that's going to be a lot of fun to play. So it'll be nice, and you know how it is when you take a break from something that you like and then you go back to it, it's like, ah, that's nice. Pay dirt. This may not be a good place for a coal mine. There's a lot of dirt, and this would be like gold mine. Gold, silver, copper. Hell yeah. So do you use one of those drills that goes around on a track with the boom horizontal, and then you position the boom and you fucking drill, and then you add pipe to it just like a fucking drilling rig would in the oil field, and then you fucking, it shits out the fucking core samples in the bottle that you turn in? Yeah, dude, this is not the place to build a coal mine. Fuck. That much overburden on your coal seam, there ain't no way. Okay, where are we? Okay, just fill up the hole. I'm sure if I drive something big enough over that, it'll cave in. New core sample. Nice. Is it just for the compression and all the specs for the DOT that they want it for? Or is it something else? Just to make sure it passes, kind of like concrete. Concrete, they slump test before a... Nice. Oh shit, I'm not even digging. I sure hope all the coal ain't under the power plant. Well, even this much overburden. Yeah, hell yeah. You know what, dude? Honestly, I would feel less safe working on that fucking freeway than I would in a coal than I do in a coal mine. And I mean, I've never worked on paving or interstate job, fucking zilch. The most I've ever done is gone and got trucks off the side of the highway, and I never had to do that on the interstate. That was always county highways, which was sketchy as fuck in its own way. But at the same time, yep, too much overburden for coal. Yes, I want to be rescued. Okay, where'd that hole? Fill it back up. Where the fuck did I dig that one at? Thought it was down here. Huh. Yeah, that's what I always imagine them being, fucking terrifying, dude, just because of fucking people not paying attention. And then it seemed like when I worked for Old Castle, they owned a concrete plant, and like they had a rock quarry and a truck, not a truck, but they had rock quarry and trucks, and then they had a fucking They talked about getting an asphalt plant, but something with Knife River and them had a big falling out. I don't remember. Some fucking deal. And I can't remember why they didn't get any asphalt, because Knife River dominates asphalt in that area. And they were like, dude, if we could get our fucking hands into it, man, oh god, you know. And there was something, I can't even remember if it was a legal thing as far as like so many per square mile or something. I can't remember. It was some bullshit though. But anyways, point was is when I worked for Oldcastle as a mechanic, it seemed like I was always hearing about paving crew guys getting fucking killed. Since I worked in the industry, I was always hearing about it. And take a core sample here. Oh, we don't want to take one in a fucking hole that big. Well, just find a different area. This crazy thing is, it's almost like Farm Sim, dude, where the map's not developed. It's like one of those no man land maps where you gotta build the map. If you want road on it, you gotta build it. If you want a town, you gotta build it. If you want a fucking anything, you need to build it. Oh, coming down, tree. Right. Especially that shit where, like, when they're on the pavers and you're standing with your fucking back to the traffic coming at you and you're super focused on what you're doing and you're wearing them big old fucking earmuffs because of the fucking genset that's powering the fucking paver. You can't hear anything, any fucking thing. So, like, if a car's coming up behind you, you ain't even gonna hear that motherfucker hit you. No shit, man. That's badass. Yeah, they were they were big as far as like when they bought the band and concrete people. They were like fucking. They showed up to town and were like showing us how big their dicks were, and I got hired right after they did the merger, the buyout. So it was like they were treating me really weird, and I was young. I was like 19, so they treated me really fucking weird. And I was like, hey, I worked on log trucks for 2 years. Like, I'm not fucking stupid. And oh, okay, no one wears earmuffs. Nice. Where the fuck are we even at? I don't even know where the power plant is from here. See if I need to zoom in to pan around. I think the power plant's right there. Yeah, the power plant's right there. Nice. I imagine rollers are loud as shit too. Like just because the drum crunching. So glad you can't break legs. I should set my rescue location up there in the air. Like, wee. Alright, let's take core sample. We got a lot of dirt here. This dirt tastes like it's got grass in it. Maybe some pine cones. This dirt here, it tastes like it's got rock in it. Maybe some earthworms. At some point, someone changed their oil and just drained it here. I can taste the 30 weight here. No. Yeah, if anybody that's watching this knows a better way to, a faster way to take like a super good core sample, let me know. This is pay dirt, so that's like gold, copper, silver. Let's see if there's coal seam down here. Typically where I'm at, there's a lot of coal seams that are pretty high to the surface, technically speaking, as far as like, you've got 100-foot coal seams that are only fucking 40 feet under dirt in certain areas, and then a lot of them, like back in the old 1800s, they used to fucking go to the river banks and just pull the coal right out of the fucking bank, and the water would erode a lot of shit. So now how well that worked in your fireplace, I don't think it really mattered. I don't think maybe you set it out in the sun to dry. Fuck, I don't know. Yeah, you take that, you dirty bitch. Dirty pine cone. Hey, this might be a good spot. Dirt's soft, there's no rock. Yeah, that's a hard line of work to be in though. Paving, road construction, any of it. I remember one year I was driving through eastern Oregon and it was like 100 fucking degrees out there at 7 o'clock at night. Them dudes out there, man, they was so fucking sunburnt. And even though they was wearing the big old sombrero looking sun hats and, you know, any kind of fucking sun protection PPE they could get, and they were still, you know, as burnt up as a fucking day is long. Nope, no coal seam here. Ah, I trapped myself. Oh, yeah, right. I mean, you get used to. I don't know about you, dude, but I'm old school, man. I wear a long sleeve when it's hot out, even in the sun, because it'll keep that sunshine off you. And once you kind of get used to the sun beating on you, I still don't think it's as bad. You know what I mean? As wearing no fucking collection, because once that sun soaks in you, and you're fucking burning up and the sun's still cooking your ass, you know how it is. I'm just a cracker though, man. Like, I don't fucking like the heat. I don't like the cold. That's why I love working underground. I've been at one mine that was a cold motherfucker in the wintertime because they put heaters on the ventilation fans on the surface. They're supposed to heat the mine in the wintertime underground, but it don't fucking. Yeah, I swear to God, that mine in Utah, they were like, yeah, both the heaters are on. It's like, I think they're fucking broke, dude. I don't think they work, because I can see my breath in this motherfucker. And, it's definitely not 60 degrees year round in that place. I'm just glad though, dude. I thought I was gonna be out of cigarettes today, but payday came today instead of tomorrow. I was kind of thinking it was actually gonna be Saturday, so I'm fucking stoked, dude. That's the first time I haven't ran out of cigarettes for at least a little bit. It's so fucking long. Yeah, I think I already checked down here for a coal seam. I was hoping there's gonna be like really big coal seams out here. I need to buy a can of air duster and like blow out the radiator on my cooler and everything, because my fan keeps kicking on. I cleaned out the external filters and stuff the other day, and it helped a little bit, but I don't want to use my compressed air out of my air compressor, mainly because there's moisture in it. Hell yeah, the raccoon eyes, that's fucking hilarious. The, uh, I know exactly what you're talking about too, and it's funny because whatever fucking, like most time the pipeline dudes and shit, they're always like bald. Yeah, like I fucking lost my hair, so I can't say nothing. They'll be like bald motherfuckers, and then they always have like the Ninja Turtle sunglass fucking sunburn. So since they're bald, they look like a fucking Ninja Turtle. You know what I mean? Because they're sunglasses. Let's see here. We need to go. We need to go west, right? I think. Yeah, we need to go west, because I'm right. Fuck am I on the map? I swore I seen my name just a minute ago. Yeah, okay, I'm right there. I need to go straight west. Dude, I tell you what, man, I'll give me some big old dinosaur Bahama Mama. I'm talking T-Rex, built for sex. No. Its name was Apex. You probably got them little short arms, somebody. No. Yeah, I'm trying to find it. That way when you get off work, it's fucking set up. What's up, Man vs. Games? Armister. Oh, shit. My fucking bottle lid. I believe I already checked in here. Yeah, I'm trying to find the coal. That way when Apex gets on, there's at least something to make him do. Motherfucker be like, I just worked a 12-hour shift on the fucking railway line, and I gotta come here and help this fucking meathead. Yeah, I put that dirt there. Ain't no coal seam here. There's a dude that jumped in here earlier named Man vs. Arma. And yeah, I was like, no way, dude. At first I thought it was you until I read the last bit of his name. How are you guys doing today? Do you have this game? Because if you do, man, I think you'd be cool to join. You've been around here for a bit, as far as you've hung out for a lot of hours in the streams. I'd trust you. I'm trying to start this mine without borrowing money until yeah, I can fire. If you're wanting to play today, if you're off work and can play today, I can fire up multiplayer lobby right now. I'm prospecting. I'm looking for coal seams, not too close to the power plant. Trying to just fucking level up and clear some trees, and like I said, I'll start borrowing money once I'm in it to win it. As far as like got some shit, but yeah, if you want to play, I can fire up the multiplayer lobby right now. Apex is gonna be off work here, and I think he gets off in about 5 hours, so he'll be jumping on later on too. And yeah, sorry Apex, the other night, dude, I was like, I did not want to get off the game, but I was like, it's hurting, and I was like, alright buddy, yeah, so it sounds like we'll be doing some mining tonight. Apex gets off at about the same time you do, I think. So if you want to jump on, I'll be on here tonight. If I take a break, I'll be back, you know what I mean? And then after that, you can add me on Steam. I'm gonna make a Discord for the YouTube channel too here, mainly so it's easier to communicate with people and not show the whole fucking world everything. That's been kind of a problem as far as we get more established and stuff. We probably don't want to be like too fucking informative. Yeah, they running the mods on Apex, or are they still in vanilla? When I looked earlier, they said that the servers are up, but they were running vanilla because the mods weren't working. Hopefully, they had a chance to fix it. But yeah, it being on a weekday, everybody working. Yeah. I'm sure there's some motherfucker that called in sick to work or whatever, took a sick day today to fucking fix armor mods. Yeah, that's the thing too. Like, I don't know much about Discord, dude, but I know like hookers use it, and there's like a lot of dark shit that goes on Discord. As far as like, it's not all fucking peachy. So I'm kind of leery about making one because it's like I almost don't want to be able to be in touch with everybody because there are a lot of bad people out there and fucked up people and fucking weirdos. So it's almost one of those deals where it's like I don't know if I do want to make one. And I haven't even got online and read about the darkness of Discord fully. I just hear tidbits and shit, and then I've been in the cities before and had fucking hookers be like, "Yo, hit me up here on Discord for my specials." And it's like, what the fuck? It makes me like, I thought the bitch was a cop, honestly, because I was at a strip club. And I thought, why is this bitch soliciting sex at a strip club? On like, tell me to add her Discord. Is that for like the weekly customer? Oh, nice. Have you joined that private McAfee Saga and played with them yet, Apex? I haven't actually gotten back on there. One of my buddies, I guess he got me into his unit, or his RT, or whatever. Or it's not a RT, it's more like a task force, or hatchet force. And I just haven't been back by to play. Excuse me, my nose. We go west from here. Yeah, if anybody knows how to do fucking better geology, exploratory core sampling, or anything like that. The only thing I've noticed on the map is it IDs you what kind of ore it is once you've ID'd what kind of ore it is, you know what I mean? I start fucking yawning. Now my fucking nose and eyes are all runny. What's this here? It looks like it's different colored. Apex, do you know? You're getting paid right now. You're on the clock. You want to Google it? See what the best way to find coal seams are on, it's coal seam right here. No, that's fucking dirt. It just tripped me out because the sun's going. No, it is a coal seam. Alright, alright, alright. We found a coal seam. Is it right here too? What about down here? Dirt and coal, looks like. What about down in here? Well, that was easy. I know, right? Fucking God, dude, why didn't you just do that an hour ago, dummy? Fucking noob. But is there coal here too? It's probably going to be deeper here. That's what she said. I hope there's some down here in the middle. Yep, there is. Okay. Here's going to be our area operations. What can we start out with $150,000? We'll probably have $150,000 here after we clear cut this. Alright, hang on a second. Huh. That's cool. I'm pretty sure most of the big coal reserves were found that way also. As far as using your fucking eyeballs because of erosion, and then as time went on, surveying and geology got better. Set our rescue location. Clearing here to start. We've made $76,000. 86. No. Yeah, $76,000 just chopping trees and doing core sampling. And then the AFK miner, he dug for like 30 minutes, but he only did 3,000 swings. It was only fucking 15,000 bucks. I was surprised. Alright. How do we want to get started here? We're going to cut into the bank. There's coal in that mountain too. But we're going to start with this. Up at the top. And we'll start cutting in the bank. And we might be bankrupt by the time everybody gets off work. Is it warmed up there at all, Michael Johnson? I know it hasn't here, man. Fuck. Even though the sun's out today, it's fucking colder. It's kind of like that out here as far as when there's overcast. Fuck no, he says. Yeah, dude. That is here. I haven't had my truck plugged in since like last night, and I've gone. I'm surprised that I even got it started like without it struggling. It's not windy. That's probably the only reason it hasn't got so cold it wouldn't start, because it's not windy. Alright, yeah, it's already kind of got a nice layout made for us right here. The good place to start is going to be right up here. As far as our loadout deal, I haven't really decided how we're going to do this to start. But we know there's coal under this truck. Really, we knew there was, at least we thought there was. Okay, it's there. Shit, man, you got some jumper cables? If you ever do invest in some, if you still got some money coming in, I know how it is when you don't, so I get that. But if you can, Walmart's jumper cables are fucking overrated as far as, or underrated. They work really well. They last a long time, and the heavy gauge ones I think cost me like $20. Hell, front wheel drive Saturn probably rips in the snow though, I bet. Excuse me. Am I building this shit right on top of the fucking coal? Probably. I need to make. Yeah, I get that too, man. I bought a Napa battery for my car, and I bet it's fucking dead right now. That we're talking about it, I bet if I went out there to start it, it's fucking dead right now. Now that I think about it, because I haven't started my car in like a month, so I probably need one of these probably this weekend. Go out there since my neighbor's gone. Yeah, since my neighbor moved out, I definitely need to go out there to jumper cables and fucking. Oh, okay, so that's how you do that. I'm trying to think of how to start this. Want it to be simple in the beginning, you know what I mean? Keep it simple, stupid kind of thing. Okay, we're gonna build this right here to start. Oh, nice, yeah. I hear that then. That sucks though. Hopefully you stocked up on enough beer and tobacco or whatever. I don't know if you smoke or chew or what or vape, but hopefully you stocked up, man, on what you need. Oh, I didn't realize it fucking was like that close. bitch. Do the connect. Oh hell yeah! So if it ever gets real bad, you just fucking hump down the street one night. I know when when I got the tag for my tickets, or when I got the ticket for my tags, I made it till I think I made it like 3 days, dude, and I ran out of milk and I was out of creamer, and I was just like I was fucking out of everything. I think cigarettes too, and no, at that point I still had a couple smokes, but I was out of coffee, out of fucking creamer, out of fucking just everything. So I had walked down to the grocery or to the Maverick, and it was kind of a trip because I walked my dog and stuff, but it had been such a long time since I'd gone out for a walk in fucking 1 degree weather. I was like, damn, dude, I feel like a kid right now. I haven't been out in the shit for a long time. Yeah, this is the one that spits shit out on this side to where we need to dig it out in here. Hell yeah. Yeah, so I made it, I think, I don't remember. And then the one night I got pissed off and I was like, I'm not fucking walking to town. And I'm not asking that one chick because I kept telling her, I was like, hey, you know, I got this girlfriend, but we're not committed in a relationship. But she's been waiting on me since fucking October. And I grew up with her on top of it. So I'm not disrespecting this girl by fucking you while talking to her, because this other girl I grew up with, she's a good going church girl, you know, like she doesn't do premarital sex and stuff, so I really need to be like, I need to behave because I don't want to fall into any fucking temptations. And she's like, oh yeah, that's cool, it's not like we're fucking yet. And I got pissed off with her and I was like, you just don't understand, bitch. So I was gonna try to, like, you know, I don't know, pretty much just figure out how to benefit the more people you know that smoke weed, the better, especially out in the middle of nowhere. And then, you know, you never know. But anyways, but that shit's out the window. I ain't playing no games on my childhood sweetheart there. I don't know how she would feel about my lifestyle too, cause like I don't think she knows I live stream. I don't think I told her. I know the one girl I did tell, she don't take me serious no more. She used to take me serious because I worked in the coal mines and stuff, and now she's like, you're just a fucking nerd. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. And but she was, I don't know, she's a sweet girl. She started taking that weight loss medication though and turned into a bitch. Like it changed her whole personality. So I don't know. No shit, dude, I agree. All the honeys I had when I was younger too that I kind of regret not marrying and keeping, since that's what they did, was married some fucking losers anyways. It's like, oh, fuck, you could have married me if you was just gonna marry a fucking loser, but I thought she was gonna do something good with your life, so I gave you the chance, but fuck. And anyways, they all wanted babies, and it's like, yeah, that's great and all that shit, but not in this fucking day and age. Like, I hate to break it to you. You know what I mean? Not today. This ain't the... Mankind needs to go extinct again. A big old evolution to happen. Mankind could start all again from scratch in a couple million years. Still interesting, man. Fucking Adam and Eve fuck without belly buttons, and then all of a sudden, here we are. I don't even know the story of Adam and Eve either, just so you guys know. I just know that there's an apple and you're not supposed to touch it. You're not supposed to think about touching it, because that's what Jerry Lee Lewis told June Carter. Yes, put these cribs down there. Just balance it on it. Why can't I put more under there? Free build. Huh, I don't know. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, why not? That looks like it belongs. Looks great to me. Looks like it was meant to be. It's good enough for government work. Yeah. I mean, if it was like a different century, no. I think that kind of, I don't think people even, you know, I think it's pretty good times to be alive now. It's just a whole lot of crying, right? I mean, for the most part, really, it's pretty good times to be alive. And besides all the people that don't think about how bad things used to be, so to speak. Okay. We gotta dig this spot out a little bit more. That's the thing too, it sucks too, mixed with all this technology and shit. We have like the capabilities to solve so many fucking world issues in such a orderly fashion with ease, but there's just too much like fucking chaos, crybaby, fucking thievery, greed, all the same old shit mankind does, to where it ain't never gonna get no different or no fucking better. It's just gonna be man versus man. I think that would be a left, right? Yeah, we just need to dig a bunch more. All I know is I'm trying to enjoy the time off I have, because I know it's not going to last for much longer. And I've taken a lot of it for granted as far as sitting around not fully utilizing it, being pissed off about it, thinking, man, I could be here, I could be there, I could be doing this, I could be doing that. Yeah, fuck that shit.
I can do it later. There's always tomorrow if tomorrow's not interrupted by some bullshit. Just seeing the way the government shit on RFK, of all fucking people to shit on, because he's fucking associated with Donald Trump, and then been on talk shows, you know what I mean, talking about conspiracy theories and all sorts of cool shit. Just to see the way they shit on him when RFK's like one of the last old school Democrats left around, or at least especially when he was young. You listen to him talk about shit, he sounded like, you know what I mean, just by the way. Excuse me. Just see the way they shit on him, you know what I mean? That's just fucking wild. I seen something too how they're talking about how kids ain't gonna get the proper nutrients since they're taking to make diet, making them take dyes out of certain foods. It's like, what? What kid is gonna not benefit from not ingesting red dye 40, or is it yellow dye 40? Pretty sure it's red dye 40. That was the worst. It was in like Code Red Mountain Dew and shit. You know what I mean? It's like super fucking good. Oh fuck yeah! But then when you drink it, you know, you start getting all wiry. And when you give it to kids, they fucking like start getting freaky, like fucking bouncing off the walls, fucking screaming like little wild Comanche Indians. It's the fucking red dye. And I think yellow dye fucked up pregnant women. Or was that red dye also that fucked up pregnant women really bad? I don't remember. Or it still technically does because it's still in all sorts of shit. Okay. So, we're still doing pretty good on money. We should be able to put a yeah. Right, same here, dude. No, when they nominated him for the health administration after Trump got elected, he had to go before Congress and Senate or some shit, and I can't. I think it was both, but I know he had to go up and testify, and they fucking grilled his ass, dude, and they demoralized him. They told him that his fucking father and his uncle would have been ashamed of him and all this kind of fucked up shit. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck do they know, man? Like, Bobby Kennedy, I mean, I don't really know as much about him as I know about JFK, but it's like, JFK is pretty down to earth dude, man. He liked to fuck Marilyn Monroe, and he wanted to keep us out of Vietnam. But he also, you know, tried to do the best interest to stop the spread of communism in Southeast Asia, because they truly did believe that, like, hey, you know, if these guys left and right keep falling in the communist government, Australia, everybody could follow their lead, you know? And, so whatever, but, yeah, that fucking shit, man. they ain't got no right fucking saying that shit to him. And some of them were like, this one fat fucking slob was like, I was friends with your father and your uncle, and they would be just, and dude, just shit that like, and I don't know how to explain it, man, but it's just a bunch of fucking typical exactly. And RFK, dude, he just wants kids to not be handicapped because of the fucking food and the chemicals that the government's mandating between food additives and vaccines and bullshit that people don't need. He just wants us to eat real food. You know what I mean? That's like, it's pretty much all the guy fucking wants out of us. And he used to be a lot more against certain things industrial wise, but he's even credited. He's credited companies that spend the money to build and research and develop better technology. You know what I mean? Like, he's a realist as far as he recognizes that, like, that the big oil and mining and all these companies have spent more money and done more to try to protect the environment than any kind of fucking environmentalist. So I guess you'd say he's a cool cat. He's a realist as far as a someone that you got involved like in that kind of situation. You know what I mean? Because politicians suck. He's one of the people you'd want, and he's like one. How do you say it? The elected official that you would want. You know what I mean, Vern? And that's pretty far. That's fucking far and few between to find that, if you ask me. So here we go. We got ourselves a pretty simple deal here. This hopper is going to take the coal, it's going to spit it up there into a pile. This hopper is going to sort it, and it's going to spit the dirt out here, and it's going to sell the dirt direct. The dirt's what's going to keep us flowing while we're prospecting on this mountain. Because yeah, we know where the coal is for the most part, but we don't at the same time, you know what I mean? And this is a huge fucking area to operate in. So that being said, it could be slow getting started. But yeah, those fucking career politicians, man, they suck nuts. The oh, I didn't realize I kind of placed that up in the air. My bad. Yeah, even though RFK used to like shit on coal mining and coal plants and say that like it should be a crime to commit these kinds of acts when he was younger, I still like him, because as he's gotten older and more educated and better informed, pretty much done his own, got to do his own learning for himself, learn for himself. He's changed his tune. So anyways, it's going to be the start of our coal mine. It's going to take the coal, it's going to put it up here. There's not going to be much of it to start. Dirts and different things. Now, let's say if we start digging and this whole fucking shit's a big coal seam, we will borrow, I don't know how the fuck we're going to profit, because we don't have a road to the power plant. So I don't know how we're going to deal with that part. As far as excavators, we could buy but we're just gonna have to borrow a little bit of money. Let's see here. For the small fee, we will borrow 230 grand or 220,000 bucks, and we'll just start loading shit out, and then pay that loan back ASAP. And then we need to get a steamroller. I would buy the underground wheel loader to start because we'll be using that later on, but alright, so go like this. $500 a minute. Oh shit, that's easy. My controller plugged in? Yeah. Why isn't it powered up? Oh, because it's not plugged in on the computer. Where's the cord at? I can't find the cord. Oh, it's right there. Ah, there we go. Alright. Celebrate by breaking ground, by breaking bread. Just dig the bucket in the ground while we rip the pipe. Uh-oh. It's pretty hard ground here. Might have to get a bulldozer. Really, we need a roller. Holy shit, yeah, this is way heavy dirt. See if we can get the money for the roller real quick. We can't overload this bucket, this dirt's so dense, until we smooth this stuff out. I don't really want to do it with a shovel. Oh yeah, we do want to change this to 105. Alright, well, we're making money, little bits. Hell yeah, dude. My dad was a shovel operator before he retired. He operated the 7,000 P&H 7,000 or whatever the fuck, the electric uh, shovel, and it load a 300-ton haul truck in 3 scoops. When I worked at the mine he worked at and retired from, they had traded his, because they used to have 2 of those P&H shovels. They traded his off, and so they sold it and traded it and something else for one of the hydraulic diggers. They call it backhoe. It was a 6060 cat digger with twin engines and everything, and those things were not very good. But yeah, that's how I want to do it though. Is yeah, this shit's super dense. As far as like I want to do it in the strip mining, like I want to use shovels and haul trucks and shit. But you know how it is when you're by yourself; it's kind of hard to do that. And then being a low level, still we're just starting to unlock a lot of cool stuff. I can't wait to get the Laterno wheel loader unlocked, because that'll make doing this wheel loader stuff pretty simple progress wise. I never did get to sit behind the wheel of the shovel and operate it. I know one day we were working on it, and one of the maintenance managers was down there with us, and the guy operating it was like, "Here, you want to try?" And he let him run the functions for us, and I figured like, okay, yeah, that's super, like yeah, they're not just gonna, not just because it was a union job either, because technically, you know, it could be a problem. Like someone could throw a big fit and cause you a bunch of shit, but yeah, they just don't let people do that kind of shit as far as play with stuff there. I never got to run a bulldozer. The only thing I got to do, hell yeah, man. As long as you're cool, calm, and copacetic, you're welcome to play with me and Apex on here. So it'll be cool, man. I don't think I don't see any problems. I don't think we'll have issues or anything. Hope not. We'll find out. If not, I'll just have to lose a pan, man. No, I don't want to do that. But yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking about, is like that could be what would make this game fun, is we can just get us, you know, the viewers together. We can do it on live, and then fucking 5-10 years from now, when it's all history and you can look back on it, be like, yeah, that was pretty cool that we got to do that, you know what I mean? Whoops. Yeah, we're gonna fill that hole up here quick. I know there was one dude that was like wanting to play truck sim, and I almost fell for it, and then turns out he wasn't all there, and that was what he liked to do, is get on truck sim streams and troll people. Turned out I read his Steam reviews. Yeah, I'm liking it too. Viewer Apex Doom picked it up for me here, and so the other day I was like, hell yeah, let's play it. Dude, I fucking played it for 15 hours. I mean, yeah, I did take like a 2-hour break in the middle of the stream, but still, we played it a lot that day. And then we didn't want to get off, but we had to force ourselves to get off, as far as we didn't say nothing to nobody, we just logged off. Turned off the stream, turned off the game, turned off my computer, then went to go to bed, and then I even woke up, or I didn't wake up, but I hadn't gone to bed, and I had turn the computer back on, and I was gonna get back on, but then I was like, dude, don't go to bed. Fucking tired, sore. Some days when we have enough weed and everything too, man, we do get too fucked up. As far as we sit here and we get super stoned and play video games all day, and then we end up being like half-ass worthless, you know what I mean? Not even doing good gameplay because we're so fucking stoned. We're making some money with this though, luckily. And we haven't gotten to the coal bank yet here, luckily, either. Because the coal's gonna start piling up there before I can afford to transport it, so to speak. So if we can keep making money off of just selling dirt and rock to get some of the starter equipment going, that'll be just awesome. And I know we can sell the fucking coal to a sell-all point. We might have to in the beginning, but the conveyor system to get it to the power plant because we don't have a road. It's like, how the hell are you going to transport it? You know what I mean? You don't have a road, so that's going to be... We really need to get a roller to fix the landing up. The other thing I could do is get out with a shovel and tamp it down. Don't flip, don't flip. Yeah, nice save. Yeah, we don't have to get out the shovel. Yeah, this actually isn't that hard at all. And it's pretty fast because I got the fast shovel. I'll keep this from flopping the fucking wheel loader over and stuff, or at least at the landing. Yeah, take that, you dirty dirt. Yeah, you bit bad. Oh, yeah. Oh, mama. That ain't gonna work. You're gonna have to put your back into it. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too, because I've never done any kind of like super addictive drugs. I won't lie, man, fucking cigarettes are bad. When I run out of cigarettes, I'll start bumming money off people, and I'll pay interest too, as far as like, I'll fucking, I'll just go to like everything, but I won't suck no dick for cigarettes, but I'll fucking bum money for it. I think the only way it gets worse is sucking dick for cigarettes, you know what I mean? Bumming money's bad enough, so anyways, but yeah, when I started like getting addicted, like Fallout 3, I remember my brother had gotten it from a rental place, because there was nowhere to buy the video game in the town that we lived in. There was nowhere to buy it. You could buy it too. You could buy the game from the rental store, I remember, but it was like really expensive, and we just didn't have the money. And so like I had Fallout 3 for like a weekend or 4 days or a week. Maybe it was a week. And I didn't even have a real fucking television back then. As far as the TV I had was like the size of my fucking computer monitor. And I remember saying, yeah, and I think they are, Michael Johnson. I really do. I think they probably are up there with heroin, because like I said, man, when I run out of cigarettes, I'll be going to a pawn shop, and if and I'm burned out on the pawn shop shit. And I've ran out of shit to pawn because slowly I have sold off my valuables third party. And then most of my tools are like getting older and shit. And so anyways, then the guy that runs the pawn shop's a fucking dickhead. The guy that owns it's super cool. Super cool dude that owns it, but the guy that works there is an asshole, and he's pretty much said to me like, you know, like, man, you shouldn't do this to yourself. You should just strive to live better. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I do, but I also don't have any major credit cards, so I fucking come here, and I'd rather pay the little man a little bit of extra than pay a credit card company a bunch of interest. And but yeah, and then get burned out on that. So like, I never ever really borrowed money off anybody besides like one or two times until I started taking care of my dad, and then it turned into like petty borrowing. As far as, you know, like fucking, I've borrowed $25 off people to go buy tobacco and milk in between paydays, and just stupid shit while being in debt. And then while paying off debt, I've done a little bit better, but as far as just going without. But when I first stopped working, I struggled because I was like, God, dude, for fucking 13 years, I was like doing things my way on my time, on my dime, and now I'm like managing somebody else's money for them. I don't really feel right going out and spending cigarette money and things, so I'm not buying myself shit like I'm used to. And anyways, we just smoke less now. That's our big thing. So we just try to smoke less since we're not as good about buying as many anymore. I'm a little bit better about it, but I just don't like chain smoking when I'm not the one slaving away to earn it, so to speak. I am. Taking care of my dad is not fucking easy. Like, I earn my fucking dime here, you know what I mean? But when I get burned out, dude, and I'm not doing all the bullshit like I should be, all the like nook and cranny cleaning, and that's the big one that gets me, is when I stop like scrubbing everything and making it all perfect, and just let my house be lived in like a normal house, so to speak. I start to feel guilty, but technically it's like, this job doesn't pay for shit, man. Taking care of my dad. But I know it could be worse. And once we get that fucking debt paid off from when I was working out of town and the utilities were running wide open, once all that shit's paid up, it'll actually be pretty nice. Hell yeah, you're probably like a two-stroke tractor going through the field when you're drinking. Fucking just a smoking. Every once in a while it quits, but for the most part it's just a smoking. I'm the same way too, though. I used to say when I was younger, I just lit my cigarette now. I used to say when I was younger, I was like, I'm not gonna drive a truck, because if I drive a truck, I'll fucking chain smoke till I'm got throat cancer. And when I'm playing truck sim, I noticed I'm like chain smoking all the time, and I laugh to myself. I'm like, you should just went and drove a truck, asshole. Fuck. Playing a video game, fucking chain smoking like a fool. When my back's blown out, did you just see that lightning bolt? What the fuck was up with that? Was that supposed to be a spark? I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be a spark. So if you guys don't know, for some of you guys, iron oxide in rocks, that's why you'll see rocks that are rust colored, and but also you'll see big old sparks. Excuse me. Oh, I thought I put it in drive. Oh, that's just the map glitching out. That's nothing cool. Because my lights are on and it's daytime, probably. we'll have that steamroller here soon. I don't really think there's anything super cool we can buy. We really need a bulldozer. Let's go to the bank real quick. We might need to. That way we can keep track of our profits. Keep that money down low. We really need to get some dynamite. Do some blasting in this. From what I could tell though, when I did blasting yesterday, or the day before, it really just like blew it away. I like my cigarettes personally. I think them trying to, you know, put more addictive chemicals into them is fucked up and shit, but it's like the for the most part though, it's like, leave smokers alone. Fucking, you know how much money they pay in taxes, people. Like, I love my mom dearly, but she always whines about, like, she's always really stressed out about her property taxes. But she was a smoker all her life. And, so I was just kind of crack up, like, in the back of my mind. I'm thinking, damn, Mom, if you would have thought that way about cigarettes, you'd have never smoked in your life. Because that's what most of the, when you pay $10 for a pack of cigarettes, that's fucking why. It's because all the damn taxes attached to them. You know, we all know that, but property taxes are fucking bullshit too. I'm not sticking up for them. I'm just like, you know what I mean. That's the way I need to start thinking about it to help me quit, because I tell myself I'm gonna quit when I get older here, and I'm getting older, and they're fucking killing me as far as some days my asthma's so bad. And hell, this last week I've been coughing so bad, headaches all the time. Got a fucking headache constantly anymore. I think a lot of that's my neck muscles though, from sitting in this fucking chair too. Yeah, there's all different kinds of rock minerals, but the one I'm most familiar with is the iron oxide in the rock. And when it rains on it, it'll rust. So I've got a coal screen, Manverse Games. The coal's going to be going up to the top deck, and the dirt, all the soil, the rock, anything that pay dirt even that gets mixed into this dirt here that's getting ejected out the left is getting just sold into the multi-cell bin. Pretty sure there's some pretty big coal veins in this hillside. We're hoping at least that they're not little itty bitty ones. So that's what we're screening for, is just coal. We're not doing anything else yet. Right now we're just starting out simple. We're not technically a coal mine right now. We're not technically we would have to be MSHA compliant because we are technically mining, but I don't know if there is a limit to like saying how many tonnage you can move, or you know what I mean, like, but I'm pretty sure since we have a hopper and a bin and a, you know, a gen set and all this shit on site, and we're selling stuff, technically we would have to have berms. The only place there's technically not a berm is right here on our right, but that's going to be a road down into the lower pit. So right now we are starting a coal mine. By the time you and Apex are off work and online, it'll be kind of set up, I think. Yeah. No, you gain XP anytime you sell anything. Anytime you sell stuff. So like, if you're pickaxing and shit, yeah, you earn XP with your pick and your axe and everything still. But you gain the most XP I've noticed from selling. Obviously because of the bulk amount that goes out, you know what I mean? So yeah, you can make more money, XP. So if you look right now, oh, nothing's actually on its way out. I'm doing a terrible job in this rock too as far as digging nice. Oh, you're fine, dude. Drive safe, don't get in an accident. I'd feel terrible. There went some coal up top. We got a little bit of coal up there so far, not much though. Oh, there's a coal vein right there. See, it's starting to show. Fuck. So we made most of our debt paid back here. We want that interest rate low because the interest rate, like from what I can tell, it doesn't come out of your loan. It's literally just a bank taking your fucking money from you. Not like Farm Sim where the interest rate actually pays back into your loan. So that money's completely lost. That's where I realized, I was like, oh, we're really fucking up. We can't afford a wheel loader or a roller, so we gotta do this the old school way. We just want to smooth this shit out so we can make a cut into the bank proper, make a proper grade. It's all bumpy. You can't cut a proper grade with your bucket because your fucking wheels are bouncing around doing the hopty hop. But yeah, so if you got the interest rate to where it's taking like $10,000 a minute, man, you gotta have like a major operation to keep up with that to actually pay it off. Uh, so that's why we've got that interest rate down there. It's like, I think it's like $400 or $300 a minute. I take my airbags out. Fuck, dude. Between my '68 Plymouth and my '90s Ford, I ain't got no airbags, so I don't even wear a fucking seatbelt. I can't afford no fucking teeth. If I knock out my teeth on a steering wheel, you might as well just kill me. I lost my fucking hair already. If I lose my teeth, I'm fucked. I still got teeth too, like all my real teeth, you know, as a smoker and a coffee drinker, that's really rare. So if I knock them out in a car wreck, I'm fucked. I've already lived through one major accident. Getting hit by a semi-truck fucking 17 years ago now. I was 16, so yeah, it's been a long time. Oh, I gotta turn that shit back on. Yeah, I think it's gonna cost the whole to build the conveyor system is gonna be a couple $1,000,000. So I don't really know how the we're gonna have to truck it when we have everybody. We'll have to truck the coal when we have 3 people to the plant at first, which will be like exploratory. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do, but I don't know. We ain't planned out that part. We just planned out the beginning. Yeah, sure, I could fucking put a sell all point up here, but that's kind of tacky. Really, we need a train. They need to add trains where you can build a train that comes and picks your shit up. Let's see. Don't really like cutting into that bank like that. We die like men, no airbags. Unless it's the old lady's tits. Most of my ex-girlfriends had kids, so their tits are all wrecked. Poor things. I'm a firm believer in like breastfeeding though, as far as it's really good for the kid, so I've never discriminated a woman's breast for breastfeeding. And a lot are self-conscious as fuck about it. It's sad, like, you know what I mean? They just really don't want to show you their tits because they're breastfed, and it's like, oh shit, don't feel bad about it. I mean, that's cool. I like milk. Straight from the cow. That other coal seam by the power plant that we mined with Apex, that made us like $1.5 million. That one little coal seam did. And we didn't even sell the dirt out of it. If we sold the dirt out of it, it probably would have made fucking at least 1.5, maybe more. Shit. That don't work very good. Yeehaw. Let's see here. Hui. I don't know, we could cheat, but that's kind of cheating, ain't it? I don't know. How have we got no profit? Power, convey. Holy shit, man. We got a lot of work to do. Oops. Yeah, take that, you dirty dirt. Dirty, dirty dirt pile, you fucking slut. What's going on, Nitro Gaming? Nope, same map. We just moved up into the mountain here where power plant where we were working is down here. Now we're up in this mountain range right here, man. Yeah, take that, you dirty dirt. We were playing Arma, and then the game updated and all the servers went down. And some of the servers are up right now, but they're running all in vanilla mode because the mods are all broken. So we only played a little squad, but people are not very English speaking, so it just kind of makes it hard to play. And we're like, fuck it, we're gonna start the new coal mine, and Apex and Manverse Games are gonna get on later. What are you up to, Nitro? Hey, we're gonna do a multiplayer deal too. If you want to join, I understand too. When you're working on your own shit, it's kind of like you don't really want to jump on somebody else's game and dig on theirs, because then you don't get stuff done on yours. So I get that too, but we're gonna do I was talking about you earlier. I didn't use your gamer tag, but I said one of the viewers mentioned he was burned a half a tank of fuel in his excavator watching our stream. We'll have to see if he wants to do an excavator. I'll buy one if he wants to, especially on some of this shit where like you want to dig in, like what I'm digging into. It'd be perfect to have a fucking big old excavator loaded a dump truck. Yeah, it'd be slow as shit, but it'd be a lot funner than driving a fucking wheel loader in circles in a 18-foot circle for hours. Nice, dude. What time are you those other guys don't get off for about 3-4 more hours. So we'll probably be starting that here around, I imagine around 7 o'clock Eastern time. I don't know how long I'm gonna go before I take a break before that shit's gonna be starting. Oh, very good scoop. And what I'm thinking with this, whoops, this rock is super dense. Right now I'm literally digging into this hillside, and it's going to turn into more of like a road that's going to loop around, and then it'll just keep cutting back, I guess. Right now I got a pretty basic split. I'm only selling the dirt and different dirts. The coal's getting stockpiled right now because I obviously don't want to build a $2.5 million conveyor to the power plant. I bet at this point it would probably cost $5 million to build the fucking conveyor to run all the way to the power plant. We're so far away. And I know I could just build a sell point to sell it direct, but that would just take the challenge out of it. I have unlocked the about 7 or 8, yeah, about 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. Be looking for the lobby, and we'll be live streaming it too, so if you check the channel and see it's up, you'll know. So yeah, so I think Apex gets off at 6 o'clock Eastern time, and then Man vs. Games gets off at like 6:30. So I'm guessing that we'll be doing the lobby. The lobby will be starting around 7 p.m. Eastern time, and then I would be like, let's go now, but I imagine here at some point I'm gonna take a break. You know what I mean? Sometimes time does get away from me. I kind of lose track of time and fucking burn up the day. So then I end up like I don't really take a break because it's like, oh, the daytime's fucking shot. Nothing to go do. Yes, that'd be awesome. Basic road to the power plant was the goal. I was trying to use the bulldozer to build the road, and I was having issues. You know how it is when you get into that soft shit. Like you'll be digging into hard and then hit the soft, and the dozer just sinks and starts freaking out and digging all sorts of crazy holes. So yeah, if you know how to build roads better than I do, just let me know what you need to build a power plant road, and that'll make 4 of us too, so there'll be 4 people in the lobby altogether, so there'll be plenty of manpower. And then right now I don't owe the bank much money. I got a small $250,000 loan, and I've already paid off 110,000 of it, so I'm staying out of trouble with the bank as far as I'm only borrowing money when something making money. So by the time everybody gets on, we should have a couple of necessities, but also have plenty of lending power. So if we gotta grab something that we don't have, we'll be able to. You know how it is though, in that earth mover equipment, it fucking gets so expensive. That's the thing though, is I want to have that. The road we make, it just needs to be big enough to fit one. Oh hell yeah, dude, that's badass. Yeah, my controller has stick drift. You know how that goes with the dozers, because when it starts stick drifting on the left stick and it starts trying to like tram the dozer sideways and you don't think you're hitting anything, it really messes with you. And then whether or not you're in reverse or drive, it really fucks with you. So yeah, but yeah, as long as we just need to make a haul road big enough for the 793 earth mover to fit down, pretty much, really. And then that way, if like when we're using rock trucks, we can fit plenty. And then when we're using fucking the Peterbilt dump, the Peterbilt's not super detailed, so I doubt anybody really wants to drive that fucking thing back and forth. I might once in a while, but since it's so tacky, I'd probably be best off just driving this Komatsu or the 793. See if I can break this bank off. Nope, it's gonna flip me over. So yeah, that'd be awesome. And and then up there would be the perfect start by the stockpile to the road. And then we can even do one of those grates hoppers that I think I seen I could do it. Have a grate hopper in the ground that goes to an underground conveyor that goes uphill, so you can make a loadout to where you just push stockpile into the ground like they do in real life. It's like literally the best way to move stockpiles. Oh shit, I flipped over looking. I tell you what, I've wrecked more times reading fucking Michael Johnson's chats and more games. I've wrecked in American Truck Simulator reading your chats. I've wrecked in this a couple times. That's hilarious, dude. Let's check on the old Jenny. Let's go to the bank. Pay back. Yeah, so we only owe 150,000 more. We've almost got the wheel loader paid off. No, it doesn't. It only has what I think a fucking 13-yard box on it. It's pretty small, and it's not detailed enough. Like, I haven't even looked to see if there's any mods either to find like a little bit more of a detailed truck. Because I would do coal bucket trucking for fun if the truck was more detailed, you know what I mean? And it's really nice aesthetic. I like having the Peterbilt around. It looks nice, but yeah, it's fucking tacky as fuck. I'm just kind of looking, thinking about where I'm going to keep digging from. Nice, and that's kind of the way I figured, like, you know, it's kind of funny, dude. I was ambitious about making an underground coal mining video game that was like first person, and, you know, was like, I don't know how to explain, because there's not much to underground coal mining. Like, it gets boring pretty quick, so you'd have to have like NPCs, you know, the warehouse people, you know, all of it, as far as like to make it pretty immersive. And then I'm playing this, and I'm just like, yeah, I'll never be able to make this, you know what I mean, as far as like, not by myself. But the only thing, it would kind of be like Fallout World, so to speak, you know what I mean, as far as, like, yeah, sure, you could either probably make it to where you'd start at like a already developed mine, or you could start one fresh. But as far as like, have like a, you know, like you got warehouse NPCs and coworkers and shit like that, but oh, is that supposed to be tomorrow? Like that soon, huh? Holy crap. I mean, not that soon. I know the game's been out for a while. I just got this game from a viewer gifted it to me. Like I was telling you the other day, actually, you got to see one of my first live streams of it, I believe. And then that one established YouTuber stopped in. That was cool. I'm glad you guys knew who he was, because I didn't recognize I can't even remember what his username is off the top of my head. I'm terrible with names. But I subscribed to him, so a whole shit ton of his stuff's popping up on my suggested videos. The goal is too, it's not going to happen right away, but the goal is I want to make everything MSHA compliant. That'll be the catch 22 as far as like difficulty. Obviously, like I said, I'm trying to get established right now, but I figured like I know a lot of mines that aren't MSHA compliant, so what I'm doing right now technically is like pretty traditional as far as just digging and selling it and then not having berms and all the required things. But that's the long-term playthrough goal, is make this shit pit MSHA compliant. And yeah, if we get a couple people, even just when Apex was helping me the other day, dude, it was like night and day fucking difference. So if we have a few people in here doing stuff, it'll be insane, man, what we'll be able to accomplish in short amounts of time. Split in two, that's right. Yeah, I'm glad you guys were familiar, because I didn't fucking know, and then that's just not. So that was cool. I've never had that happen, at least knowingly. I'm pretty sure I had big YouTuber comment on my one short, but I don't even remember. I'm convinced that one did, because that's what must have been why it went viral. Unless it was just a good short, I don't know. But and then yeah, and that's kind of how I operate, like with my, that's why it's on hardcore mode and all that jazz. And then like with my American Truck Simulator series, we have like the realism economy on, dude, and it's fucking ridiculous as far as I've put in 200 hours on it, and the only thing we've grown is a $2.5 million debt or some shit, or $1.5 million debt. And we got 4 or 5 we got 4 trucks that work, and we barely just started making money. And then the game updates and breaks my mods, a couple of my mods, so it's just like fuck. But it seems like a decent update, really, so we will just get rid of the hater built probably. Oh, we got we'll wait till we got 20 grand. We're close to it. I'm curious to see how much coal reserves there is, because like I understand the concept of smelting and all that stuff, but it's like fuck, dude, I don't really want to get into refining copper and gold and all the different ores. I just want to get into the big coal seams. So I'm sure there's some massive fucking coal seams on this map. We just gotta find them, you know what I mean? And that's my fear, is if I go underground too soon and I don't have the money or the establishment, I go underground too soon and I hit dead ends down there, it'll just go bankrupt really quick, you know what I mean? Oh, what the truck? My bucket wasn't empty? Come on. Yeah, and that's kind of the thing. I figured if you don't do benches and shit, you will have high wall failure. Really, in real life, the main purpose of the bench is to keep rocks from coming down and killing. What do you do for a living, if you don't mind me asking? And I will state, I have not worked in a coal mine since October of fucking 23. I think it's no 24. Yeah, it's 2024, I believe. Because it's 2026 now, right? Yeah. So it's like I haven't been in mining for a minute. I'll go back after my dad passes away, and I'm not looking after him. I hope I get to go back. I don't know if I'll have to go do something else, maybe. Yeah, yeah, and that's what I need. I need a better plant setup instead of one that just like, you know what I mean, have the coal bin, sort the coal out from the dirt, and then send the dirt to a different sort plant. So the pay dirt, topsoil, the rock, everything else gets sorted out. I was keeping the dirt because I was going to do reclaim, and then I got thinking about it, and I was like, well, we can always buy dirt later on. We'll hold off on stockpiling dirt for a while. And that loose dirt looks like it covered a lot of ground compared to the compacted dirt, so we could probably do reclaim no problem at all. But I probably won't actually get into doing reclaim until the end of the playthroughs, which hopefully is a long time away. Yes, I am trying to avoid that coal seam on my right. We're profiting most from selling dirt right now, so we're just trying to get the roads, the next cut started. We can go a little bit wider on the right, but we're about maxed out. So here soon though, we'll be able to get another piece of equipment. I'm not sure what's next, actually, to be honest. I'm not sure what our next move is going to be. Probably a roller, because the more real estate we get, the more clean ground we're going to need. But the roller's expensive. It might be just cheap enough to smack it with my shovel and call it some dirty dirt. Vacuum excavation. Yeah, vac trucks are crazy. I've never really fucking fucked with them on this game. I'm trying to think if I've ever had a vac truck on a video game. I don't think I've actually had them, not on Farm Sim even. Oh, sorry, I'll go to the bank. Oh, it took the money out already. I need to remember to set the parking brake before I go on that screen too, because my shit will roll away. Oh, I need to turn the daytime cycle down so it ain't so fast. It's a little too fast for my liking. crazy what vac trucks will do though. I was doing this job, residential job last year, and there's this god awful sound going. I was like, God, what's that fucking sound? And anyways, they were at the hospital vacuuming the gravel off the roof because it had some weird fucking gravel roof. I don't know what technology, roofing technology that was for the old school flat roofs on big ass buildings like hospitals. But they was up there vacuuming all of it off because the roof was leaking and needed fixed. And that was like one of the things I was like, holy shit, man, that's wild. I've messed with blasting a little bit, but it seems like blasting mostly just blows stuff away into disappearing. I don't know if it like the material stays and it just changes the way it looks. I don't know, but I just kept blowing craters up, and then it would kind of show me like, oh, okay, this is super hard earth because of the little hole that's blowing up versus the huge. I'm literally doing this on purpose, trying to knock this hill down. I know it's tacky as fuck, but oh, we got a bucket full too. Damn near full bucket. Now we do. But that's where it'd be really nice to have an excavator and shit to knock that down. Hell yeah. That's kind of what I figured, because the blasted rock and everything. When I seen that, I thought, oh, okay, you find the hard rock that nothing wants to dig into, you blast it, and it probably sloughs it out, and then all the soft shit, it just blows it away. So if you're trying to clear ground. Oh shit, we didn't even dig over here, but we did. We'll take it. You don't get to smoke weed then, because you got a CDL, huh, man? Yeah, in real life they're using ammonium nitrate and diesel fuel in the coal mines to blast your overburden, and then they do blast in coal seams too to loosen it all up, make it easier to dig it out. And you gotta have like federal permitting and shit for that stuff. We want to cut in here just a little bit. that big of a scoop out. Oh, fuck it, we'll just take it. Jump out and smooth some stuff up real quick with the shovel. Yeah, I wish they had like water trucks and dust and all that too, but I'm sure that would kill the fucking PC's performance. This game already seems like a performance hog. I've noticed my PC fan kicks on a lot when I'm digging. Like, it doesn't kick on a high speed or nothing, but it's always just, you know what I mean? And I'm like, huh, I don't know if that's because this game's quieter sometimes, I can hear it more, or if it's just a game. But then I started to think, well, I probably just don't hear it in the other games because of all the explosions and gunfire. I don't hear it, you know what I mean? That's badass, dude. Are the developers Australian by chance? I noticed they had like shit too where you could build your own house low key. You just have to be super creative to build your own fucking house and put a bed in it.